Good morning, I'm Chiara Flora Bassignana of the PhD program. I present my research about the new emerging trajectories of agriculture and connected food practices in 7 valleys of the Western Alps in Piedmont. After a trend of severe depopulation, the Western Alps show a clear trend of repopulation in the last 2 decades, impacting the local food chains and the community dynamics. The practices carried out by the local communities shape and are shaped continuously in a tight interaction with the local Alpine biomes, and agriculture plays a fundamental role in the evolving of the local biocultural diversity. Using both qualitative and quantitative methodologies, I investigate who is practicing agriculture in these areas, what kind of practices are carried out, and which occasions foster the co-creation of knowledge and practices between the different actors. We observe that there is a very recent and young trend of new actors starting agricultural activities in these valleys, as my results show that 72% of the interviewed farmers started their activity less than 10 years ago. The majority of the farmers are the so-called new highlanders, so new to the mountainous areas, and the average age of the farmers interviewed is 39 years old. Moreover, the results show emerging trajectories of both reviving traditional rural practices and adopting new agricultural approaches. The observed practices were analyzed through the lenses of the 13th principle of agroecology, and the results show that certain actors, for example, the new Highlanders farmers, are more prone to adopt more agroecological practices. For example, more sustainable soil practices as no-dig and no-till, or the tendency to work at ecosystem level to cope with pests and wildlife. I present here also 3 case studies of places and occasions that foster the co-creation of knowledge and practices between the different actors of the food systems. The first example I bring is community ovens revived in many different valleys as occasions to share practices and knowledge related to bread making and beyond. The second example is the one of the Library of the Wolf, a cultural space in Valchiusella, a place to share ways of dealing with wildlife between farmers and find solutions. The third one is a collective garden in Val Varaita, La Milpa, where people grow, harvest and often cook food together. In conclusion, my research shows that the new actors and the new forms of agriculture and the new social dynamics emerging in the Western Italian Alps shape the local biocultural diversity through constructing and contesting knowledge and also proposing new innovative practices.